Hi, this is a brief clinical consultation 4, and here we will look at what are the main problems going on with this lady. The lady is Mrs. XY and she is 50 years old. She has a main problem with intermittent visual blurring. Also, she is having frontal headache and she is also having diabetes, which is controlled by the diet, and she is also having chronic polyp, which was diagnosed last year. So many things are going on, and then we have to go one by one what are the problems she is facing at. So starting with the visual blurring, you have to ask about the more detail. That's what is going on. Is it in just in one eye or both eye? And what kind of the problem she is facing? So is it a problem with reading or distance vision? What is if she can explain, then you have to go through that, and if not, then you have to go in the more details about the do you have any pain there, any discharge, any photophobia is there, any double vision, or any problem with the color vision. If it is not there, then you have to think also, you have to ask about what about the driving? Do you have any problem in the driving? Do you drive? And so then you have to reach to the peripheral vision problems. You have to ask in the last, that's it, do you bump into anything, any object? Do you have any accident? Do you have some problem with your peripheral vision? And then the final stroke will be the peripheral vision problem, right? Then we will talk more about the headache. So when is this headache started? It is new in onset or long in chronic, and if it is chronic, is it different from the previous one, and which time it comes more? Mostly it is in the morning headache. So this lady will give you that this information, that how severe it is. If we will tell 0 is no pain and 10 is maximum, so it is 4 the lady is telling, and where is the pain? So she already given in the history that she is having frontal headache, and then you have to ask more to rule out other problems, such as is it radiating anywhere, and do you notice that any tenderness in a scalp by telling that when you touch it, is it painful for you? So it is to rule out giant cell arthritis, because it is also associated with the eye vision problem. And another thing you have to ask about, that any weakness in the limbs, no seizure, so that is giving you some guideline that the cortex is involved or not. So the tumor is there, but it is not involving the cortex. Okay, so and no loss of the consciousness. So these things should be there. Then you have to talk a little bit more about the when the diabetes was diagnosed and how much it is controlled, and then about the polyp, what the doctor said, and whether it is benign condition or what the doctors has told you. Now we will come to this picture. This is a case of the acromegaly. So we will see that what will be the features here. Looking at the grossly of the face, we can find that the skin is quite thickened, and also there is greasiness and sweatiness is there, because the sweat gland and the skin is thickened. So that is leading to all this problem. When we look at the above the eye, that is the supraorbital ridge, it is quite prominent. You can look at here. So when you are examining, you have to just move your hand there. Also when you look at the tip of this nose, it is quite prominent, right? And also look at the lips, it is quite big, so hypertrophy of the lips is also there. And looking at the nasolabial fold, it is quite also prominent, and looking at the jaw, it is quite also increased in the size as well. So these are the features. Here another picture, you can find out that there is the gap between the teeth here, so that is also present, and you have to ask about any loss of the denture is there or not. This is another picture. You can see that such a big tongue, so it is macroglossia, what we can say, and also at the nose you can look at it is prominent. Also if you look more closely, you can find there are some findings there, may be possible, I'm not sure about, maybe a skin tag or something can be there. This picture give you briefly about what can be the finding. So here you can notice also frontal bossing, also there will be brow is there, can be here, you can look at here. Also there is enlargement here, we already talked about nasolabial fold. Also look at the prominent lip, okay, and the loss of oval facial features is also there, the size is increased. Okay, first, when you understand that this is a case of acromegaly, you have to ask about the previous picture and present picture, and what she thinks about her appearance. Then about the size of the hand, have you noticed any change in the size of your hand and foot? Glove size? What about the shoe size? What about the ring size? She is not able to wear the ring what she was wearing before. What about the loss of denture? As we talk about, there is increase the gap between the teeth. Also ask about the joint pains. Maybe she is having osteoarthritis, proximal myopathy, so have to ask about the muscles weakness. Also ask about the mood. The patient may be having depression or some other problem. Blood pressure, maybe patient is mostly having high blood pressure, so have you checked your blood pressure recently or not? Sweating, there can be also, you have to ask about the driving as well. Other question you have to ask about the past medical history, any problem before happened or not. One thing you have to ask about the renal stone. So if the renal stone is there, and then you have to think something other than out of box also, that is what we call main 1 syndrome. So you have to think about that also. And also in the family history, if it is also in the family, it's maybe also giving you a clue that maybe this patient is having main 1 syndrome. Other thing is important to know the drug history, social history also, about the patient is taking smoking, alcohol, these things are, and what kind of the support she has. And now examination, the most important thing, you have to move your hand, look for the supraorbital rigid. Also you have to look for the large lower jaw, exaggerated facial wrinkles, and also enlarged lip and nose that we already saw before. Increase interdental space, also we saw in the picture. Prognathism, macroglossia, big tongue, we already looked at before. And large spad shaped hand can be also there, and thickened skin which is sweaty as well. And also we have to look at the hand also for any scar is there for the carpal tunnel syndrome, or maybe the patient is at present having carpal tunnel syndrome, the median nerve compression. Other thing also you have to look for, that the husky voice is there or not. And the most important is the visual field. You have to do the confrontation test, look for that with the patient is able to see from the side or not. So patient mostly having bitemporal visual field loss. Also fundoscopy you will do, a skin tag you have to look. Acanthosis nigricana also have to your proximal muscles weakness, tell the patient to stand up. So that will, and hirsutism can also be there in the female. Next is what is the investigation. You will do oral glucose tolerance test to look for the growth hormones suppressed or not. IGF, insulin like growth factor 1, MRI, pituitary foci you have to look. Also the full pituitary testing for the other hormone is affected by this tumor or not. And ECG and echo is also needed. Finally, treatment. The main line of the treatment is surgery, that is transesophageal hypophyseectomy is the main treatment line. Other things we can think about, if not possible, then medical treatment, in which we go for the growth hormone inhibitors, somatostatins analogous, dopamine analogous. Radiotherapy is also one of the options. Thank you very much. Kindly give your comment.